there's quite a bit of behind the scenes that you don't see that happens before that particular home that you're looking at on realtor.com or Zillow or any of the online search engines that you see homes in. There's a lot that happens. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about what a listing agent does. Welcome, Laura Gallen here, full-time realtor with ERA Shields here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And on this channel, I offer real estate tips and local knowledge to help you fall in love with Colorado Springs. In today's video, we're going to talk about the tasks that a listing agent does, and it varies by the transaction. It varies by the home and the location and the amenities of that particular house. But let's start with where the real estate listing agents start. Before you even sign that contract, that realtor actually has already done quite a bit of research. They've looked at the permits that were drawn on that house so that when they came to meet with you, they could discuss the permits, or maybe they saw something that might not have had a permit. So they've researched the property with the assessor's office. Who's on title? Are there some challenges that we have to address with title that we'll ask you about when we meet with you for that pre-listing appointment? We will have looked at comparables, and we're going to bring those comparables to you. What are recent sales that are similar to your house size and amenities and close to your area that have sold, so that we can discuss what price point you'd like to offer your home at. We're going to do the research on what mortgages may have been on there, or any kind of mechanics liens, or a variety of other liens that can be on there. So before we even get to that listing appointment, we've done quite a bit of research on your property. The next step that we do is sitting down with you. We want to get a feel for your house. You'll take us through the home. You're going to show us the amenities that you love. We're going to ask you, what do you love about this house? What do you not like about this house? What are some of the pros and cons of this house? We go through the pre-listing appointment with you. It's our opportunity to say, are we the right person for you, and are you the right person for us? Because it is a two-way street. It's a partnership. It's a collaboration to sell your house. So you'll tell us what you expect, and we'll tell you what we can provide. What ways will I market that particular home for you? Who will I try to reach? Who does this home best fit? So after I walk through it, I also might suggest to you things that you might want to tidy up, things that you might want to fix. Maybe we do a pre-inspection so that you already know what might come up on a home inspection. And then you make the decision which realtor that presented to you that you feel the most comfortable and confident with, and then you sign that contract. Now, after the contract is signed, then we get to work. You have a bunch of disclosures that need to be prepared and taken care of. As soon as the contract is signed, I send that over to you and help prepare most of those documents. The seller's property disclosure, you actually prepare yourself. Now, if you're in a homeowners association, we're working on that status letter and the information from the homeowners association. Title is helping with that. We've got a timeline we've got to work on. So setting up the cleaning appointment. Maybe you're going to have the whole house staged. So we'll be making that appointment for stagers. The garage is tidied up, the house is clean, the staging is done. It's time for the photographer to come in. Now that we've got the home staged, we've got it clean, we've got photographs, and we've entered it into MLS, we are now ready to present it and open the doors to show the property. At this point during COVID, there's quite a bit that we have to have. We need to have booties at your house. We need to have gloves. We need to have disinfectant wipes. We need to outline what the COVID safety guidelines are. We need to track the incoming showings. So the agency I work for does it personally at the desk and sets all those appointments. So that's part of my team, is my front desk team that gets all of the showings scheduled for us. So they need to have the showing instructions. So I need to make sure that's happening. There's quite a bit behind the scenes that still needs to go on. I need to have prepared some flyers. Those flyers need to be at the home, and I need to push those flyers out via social media or a variety of other areas, maybe Facebook groups that I know of, to get your home marketed well and get new potential buyers in your door. Now the doors are open. We've got people coming in and out. My front desk team is organizing and coordinating all of those showings. Now, in this strong sellers market, it's absolutely craziness. I will have to present all offers, whether they come via telephone, text, or on email, or in CTME contracts. I have to present every single offer that's there. Now, the hard part in this strong sellers market is deciphering which each one says, because there will be multiple offers with appraisal gaps. There will be multiple offers with escalation clauses. Which one escalates to the highest? Which one relates to the other? So it's quite challenging. And that's where your real estate professional is there to help you. Before you've made that decision, we have sat down, made multiple calls to make sure that the information on that offer is valid and it will get to the closing table. That's our goal for you. So you make the decision based on the information that we provide you with, the offers that we provide you with, and some of the guidance. Once all the offers come in, you will make the decision to stop showings, and we will sort through the multiple offers that you receive, and you will make a decision as to which offer you feel is the best. Once you take an offer, then we're moved to the next step. So the next step, you've accepted one of those offers that we vetted. You decided this is the one you want for whatever reason that is. And there's a variety of reasons why sellers choose a particular offer. But the next step is I need to mark the MLS as either under contract, still showing, or pending. And we'll have a discussion about that, which one. But we basically have pulled it off the market at this point, and we move into the due diligence phases of the process. The buyer will get their earnest money to the title company on the date or on or before the date that's outlined in the contract. The homeowners association information must get to the buyer within the deadline. I coordinate with the buyers to do the home inspection. I will have you authorize whether they can get in or out of the property on the specific date that they chose. I work the coordination of the radon pickup, because oftentimes in Colorado, we have a radon test and it takes 48 hours for that test to be completed. So they have to come back and pick up the box. I meet with the appraiser. The appraiser will be contacting me to come out and meet with them to allow them access to the property to take pictures for the appraisal. So some of the things that happen during that time, there'll be negotiations. So the buyer sent over an inspection objection based on their home inspection that they did. We sit down together and we discuss the objections that they had. The decisions as to whether you're going to do them all, meet all of their expectations, modify it to what feels a little bit more comfortable for you, or deny it, whatever it is that you choose to do. Then I prepare an inspection resolution for you, and that goes back to the buyer's agent for them to present to the buyer. Once they sign your inspection resolution, at that point we're moving forward. We're just simply waiting on the appraisal. So the appraisal comes in, maybe it's a negotiation point. If there was a full appraisal gap, then we don't worry too much about that appraisal. We probably would have negotiated those appraisal dates out. We have a point of negotiation when an appraisal comes in a typical buyer's market or a typical balanced market. We're currently in a seller's market, so that's a little different story right now. But that point of negotiation is something that you ask me to do for you between the buyer's agent and yourself. From there, it's just a matter of kind of getting ready to get to the closing table. There is a lot of background work that a listing agent does, and it's really a great person to have supporting and helping you through that transaction. That's what you're paying for. You're sitting down and making that decision. Is this the right person that I want to collaborate with? Does this person fully understand what I want to achieve from this transaction? When you do that interview process, those are some of the things that you want to consider. The commission is actually our compensation, and it doesn't all go to us. We have an agency that we must work with, and they take a percentage of it, and they have another administration fee in that. There's a variety of fees. So We also take, if you're the seller in our current market, half of the commission goes to the buyer's agency for bringing that buyer to you. So that full amount of compensation that we've discussed and agreed upon in the contract does not just come to me directly. So there's a variety of hands in the cookie jar, so to speak. They're all there to help you get that transaction closed, for you to achieve the goal of selling that property for its highest and best offer. That's the value that a listing agent brings to you. So I'm so glad you watched my video. If you found value in this information, please subscribe and like to my channel. If you want to know anything more, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you have a wonderful day and so glad you watched.